Uh, I don't know what I'm gonna wear for the stream. Should I wear this? Should I? Yeah. Yeah, America, right? Or I. What about this shirt? Che Guevara, Communist Revolution. America, communism, America. I'll take this shirt. Okay? Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. Whoa! And now it's time for the Late Boomer Show, starring Stephen J. Morris. Yeah. Right here, we go after idiots, jerks, dummies, morons, and the weirdos of the Republican, conservative, whatever, right wing. Okay? Ooh, communism. Ooh. Now, I heard the first generation Cubans came from Castro's place are now turning on Trump because stupid ICE don't know the difference between various Latino nationalities. But a Cuban looks like a Chilean or Venezuelan, so they just get them and throw them in the paddy wagon and send them to El Salvador. Smart, huh? So he's alienating his Trump's base, one of their big bases, because Cuban, first generation Cuban refugees are right wing. First thing they did when they came to America was registered Republican. But I'm going to explain something to you. I'm going to explain some more symptoms of narcissism, malignant narcissism disorder. And let me tell you, the main goal of a narcissist is to make money, lots of money. But it's never enough. It's more, more. I want more. And it's insatiable. So a narcissist cares about a few things. One is money. Two is sex. Three is to get the admiration of humanity. Four, flattery. They love to be flattered. And two and five, they uh, they have high self-esteem. If you're a narcissist, you have high self-esteem. You're happy about yourself, but you think everybody else sucks. Okay? And that's what it is. One thing about a narcissist, they have no sentimentality. Everything is about now, this moment. They're hedonist. Now, for those who live in Orange County, California, that means it's a philosophy, Greek philosophy. The whole purpose of existence, human existence, is to have pleasure. and nothing else. So that's what Trump is. Like, for example, when the Taliban got rid of all those 2,000, 5,000 year old statues inside of a mountain of Buddha and they just blew it up. Yeah, well, that was religiously motivated. But what happened in the White House is narcissistically destructive. It's because of narcissism. The thing is, Trump basically is a coward, or to use the vernacular of the American proletariat plebeian, uh, Trump is a pussy. Okay? Not okay. He promotes that neo-masculine garbage. You know, that shit. So, you know what's beneath the east wing of the White House? Do you know what's there? Back in the 50s, people were so afraid of the Soviet Union invading America. They all put their old bomb shelters in their backyard. If you have one of those houses that have this strange looking bomb shelter in your backyard, your house was built in the 50s. So, Truman, I think it was. Yeah, President Truman wanted to put a bomb shelter in the east wing. And on top of it, he put the new renovated east wing. When Harry Truman was in his living room one day in the White House, the piano from the second floor came crashing down on the ground. And Truman says, well, I think we're going to have to remodel. And he got permission for Congress, and that's what they did. Now, let's go back a little further in history. Hitler. That's a good. You know where he built his bomb shelter? You want to know? This is history, baby. You can't deny history. It's written. Hitler had his bunker below the ballroom in Berlin. Sound familiar, huh? Well, anyway, people are very sentimental about the East Wing. And one thing narcissists do not give a shit is sentimentality. If they have a child and the child has a special toy and he really loves it and reminds him of happy days, and the narcissist parent takes the toy away and burns it in the backyard, they don't care. They don't care about feelings. A lot of Americans have patriotic feelings about the East Wing. And what does he do? He waits for a government shutdown and he goes and knocks it down. There was no injunctions, nothing, because everybody was out. Pretty sneaky. Narcissists can be sneaky. But their whole life revolves about them and how, that's why Trump has all these weird skin makeup and these comb over hairdos, because the narcissists are vain. They care about their image and nothing else. So, let's get back to what he's going to do. Self-aggrandizement. Yes, he's going to put monuments to himself, because in his brain, he's the best thing that ever walked the earth. Talk about happy, happy self-esteem. Yeah, he's convinced that he's better than God. And you think God sent him. What an idiot you are. You know, if you think that, God is going to be pretty rough on you these next 8 years. I paid my mortgage. Why are they repossessing my house? Oh. Orders from the president, the executive office. So, what else? He's going to build a monument, the ballroom, and it's going to stick out like a sore thumb. It's going to be the biggest section of the White House. This big acne pimple sticking out. And it's to be called the Trump Ballroom. Yeah. So that's narcissism. What Congress should do, and they won't, they should do is to order a psychiatric evaluation on Trump. And they should be about, I don't know, 5 psychiatrists working on it, which is science and is recognized as legal science, not hackney science. Not like what was the name of that? The Christian Science. Remember that one? They had nice library reading rooms. So that's what's going to happen. No, it's not going to happen. It's not. Congress, they're not going to have that. And once the evaluation determines that he has narcissistic personality disorder, then comes the 25th Amendment. So you're out of here, bitch. And he projects like a stereotype narcissist. He accuses everybody of what he's guilty of. Oh, he's a pretty sick person. He's sick. He's mentally ill. You're talking about yourself, Buster. So, that's all I got to say. And now, let's just have some fun, okay?
And now for something completely different.
I would like to respond.
Let me just ask, though, why did you try to kill that bill, and successfully so? That would have put thousands of additional agents and officers on the border.
First, let me respond as to the rallies. She said people start leaving. People don't go to her rallies. There's no reason to go. And the people that do go, she's bussing them in and paying them to be there, and then showing them in a different light. So she can't talk about that. People don't leave my rallies. We have the biggest rallies, the most incredible rallies in the history of politics. That's because people want to take their country back. Our country is being lost. We're a failing nation. And it happened 3.5 years ago. And what's going on here, you're going to end up in World War III, just to go into another subject. What they have done to our country by allowing these millions and millions of people to come into our country, and look at what's happening to the towns all over the United States. And a lot of towns don't want to talk. It's not going to be Aurora or Springfield. A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame. As far as rallies are concerned, as far as the reason they go is they like what I say. They want to bring our country back. They want to make America great again. It's a very simple phrase, make America great again. She's destroying this country, and if she becomes president, this country doesn't have a chance of success. Not only success,
And here's some good advice for you. Okay?
Oh, for God's sake, just die.
Now, in case you didn't get it, let's do it again.
Oh, for God's sake, just die.
That's it for day 1, 2, 3. Goodbye.